Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to my Sir Fatah. Okay, today I want to present about the synopsis of my excerpt video, which is I take from the movie titled The Foreigner. The synopsis of the movie is about the humble businessman, starred by Jackie Chan as Kwan. Jackie Chan has a buried past seek justice when his daughter is killed in an action of terrorism. A cat and mouse conflict ensues with a government official whose past may hold clues to the killer identities. Min Kwan runs a Chinese restaurant in London with his business partner Lam. When his teenager daughter Fan is killed in a clothing store bombing, he seeks for revenge for that incident. The bombing is claimed by the group calling itself as Authentic IRA. Failing to get the name of the bomber from Scotland Yard, Kwan next focus on the Northern Ireland, which is his focus on Deputy First Minister Liam Hennessy, who speak publicly about his status as a former Authentic IRA leader. And while he condemning about the bombing incident, Kwan eventually leave for Belfast and seek out for Hennessy, who claimed to have no knowledge about the bombing or its perpetrator. Kwan does not believe him, and he set off a homemade bomb in Liam Hennessy office as a threat unless he get the bomber name. Okay, for the synopsis in excerpt scene 1, Metro Desk Ironwood, a photographer, has received a call from a terrorist itself. They inform him about the bombing incident in OBT Bank in Knightsbridge. The bombing incident has been doing by the Authentic IRA, and their target was bombing all the English financial institution. Authentic IRA are against reconciliation with Northern Ireland. Okay, for the scene 2, Northern Ireland Deputy First Minister Liam Hennessy conduct a meeting regarding of the bombing incident. Okay, when the meeting are running, they are arguing to each other, which is because of the bombing material used in that bombing incident from their side, which is Northern Ireland. And there is conflict between them. They have a bit trusted issue since they are not believed towards among all of them. And then the Liam Hennessy, the first Deputy First Minister, asked all of his subordinates in that meeting to investigate as much as they can to get the information about the Authentic IRA and who responsible for that. And for the scene 3, the situation is in the Counter-Terrorism Command London. It happened when Kwan regularly visit it happened when Kwan 5 days straight visit the Counter-Terrorism Command London just for getting the name of the bombing attacker. When he in Counter-Terrorism Command London, the officer in charge are not going to see him because of his busy schedule, and he informed his subordinate to ask Kwan leave the office. Kwan said he will not going to leave and keep coming unless the officer going to see him. And the officer go to see Kwan to explain about the situation of their investigation and ask Kwan to be patient until further notice. And Kwan offer bribery to the officer, but the officer reject the money since he said it was his priority to investigate the incident. Okay, for the problem in scene 1, As we can see, the photographer of a news and magazine company should not only sitting in the office. They should sometime going outside to seek for the story. In that video, we can see that the terrorist itself call them to just to inform about the bombing incident. Okay, the causes of this issue is when people around the office are too busy to pay attention to each other, and when the higher level management are not pay attention to what their subordinate. And as for my recommendation is higher level of management should pay more attention to what their subordinates, and they should regularly check their subordinate work, as for make sure their subordinate make their work correctly. As for the scene 2, the problem in this scene is when Northern Ireland side received the news about the bombing incident. The Deputy First Minister arranging urgent meeting with all of his subordinates. The purpose of arranging the meeting was for investigate on who responsible for that bombing issue, since the material used for that bomb are from their side, and there has been a trusted issue among them because of the materials on that bomb. Also there, Liam Hennessy, the former leader of Authentic IRA, so that's why they have a bit of trusted issue among them, but they have to listen to Liam Hennessy, as he was the Deputy First Minister. Okay, the causes of the incident is about the material used in bombing incident. So that's why they have trusted issue among each other. They afraid that each of them are the one responsible for that incident. And also for Liam Hennessy, all of subordinate have trusted issue with him because of he was the former leader of the Authentic IRA. And as for the recommendation, government should double the strategy in securing explosive material from public access, because if public can easily access on explosive material, then the country will not be safe. And also government should set a law, should tighten the law for the explosive or any material that are not suitable for the public to access, and they should provide a law that against public use of explosive material. And for the scene 3, the problem is when Kwan keep coming to Counter-Terrorism Command London, just to get the name of the attacker who bombed the OBT bank, which killed his daughter Fan. First of all, the officer in charge are not going to see him because of his busy schedule, but his subordinate said Kwan will not give up and will keep coming until he see them and get the name of the bomber. After hearing what his subordinate said, the officer in charge are going to see Kwan, and when he see Kwan, he speak to Kwan politely and in a manner. He asked Kwan to be patient and wait for their further investigation on that incident. Kwan did not give up. He offered the officer a large amount of money just to get the name of the attacker, but the officer refused to take the money because he said it was his priority to do that. The causes of the the causes of this issue is first, for the causes of the officer in charge don't want to see Kwan, it's because his busy schedule. He busy in investigating the person involved in bombing incident. And for the bribery incident is because of Kwan love his daughter very much, and he thinks his daughter were died unfair. That's why he tried to bribe the officer just to get the name and seek revenge for his daughter. And as for my recommendation, even though we have higher position, or we are person in charge in any investigation, in any crime investigation, we should at least see the victim just to say something like, we will try our best to investigate it, we will make it as our priority. I think the victim family will feel more okay if they heard them from the officer in charge itself, rather than they keep being pushing away when they ask who responsible for that, who responsible for this. And for the conclusion, what can I conclude is, work ethic is a most important part in our career. If we have work ethic in ourselves, we will not going to do a bad decision. And as for that, work ethic also prevent us from getting involved in any situation that will ruin our life and our career. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.